Hello, Yapanians. I am so excited to be back. We are kicking off our second season of Yapping with Yaya. As you all may know, I launched the show last August 2015, and this August 2016 gave us our first year anniversary, and I'm so excited. As you all may know, this is football season, and so how many of you are ready for some football? Yay! We have an amazing guest here today. She's going to talk everything football. Her name is LaTasha Miles, and she's the author of this amazing book, When Football Season Turns You Into His Side Chick. And so we're going to have her talk about the book and everything that she's doing in regards to football, and we're just going to have some fun. But before we get started, girl, the outfit is everything.
Thank you. I was inspired by you. I've seen your work, and I was like, I got to make sure that I represent as well, honey. Yes, we're like kind of feed off of each other. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So you have done major work in football, and so what I wanted to do was talk to you about, everything you've done, and then we'll get into the book.
Okay, that's fine. And congratulations to you on your 1-year anniversary.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, ma'am. So, just in the sports journalism field, I've covered sideline reporting. I've done radio and TV. I have 3 awards in sports writing. I've done editing. I also created what we're hoping to be like a TV show in the future called WTF2, which stands for Women Talk Football 2. So I love sports, but specifically football. And as you alluded to, I wrote the book called When Football Season Turns You Into a Side Chick. Mm-hmm. It is the ultimate survival guide for relationships and households during football season.
Mm-hmm. Now, when we first got together, and I saw on your Facebook page WTF2, I was like, what kind of? It's so. Then when I actually read and saw that it was Women Talks Football too, I was like, that was really good, because it sure did catch my eye. So that was a nice title. So is that like your branding, and can you tell us a little bit more about how all of that came together,
yes,
which
ma'am.
Resulted into this book that we're going to talk about?
Absolutely, and thank you for that, because that's actually the shock value that we want, because of course with the letters WTF, people kind of go like, oh, but that was the plan. But it does definitely stand for Women Talk Football too. I love all sports, but football is like my heart and soul. It's my baby. And at this point in time with the branding and stuff, like I'm really trying to be how like Cam Newton and Rob Gronkowski, they're like the faces of the NFL, like how LeBron James, Steph Curry, they're the faces of the NBA. So I want to be like the face of women who love, appreciate, understand, acknowledge football. Like that's my baby. It's stereotypical, of course, that men know football and they understand, and they've been coaching and they've been playing all their lives, and good for you. That's great. But there's women like myself, like we can hang with y'all, we get it, and we understand, and we want to talk about it too, and not just beyond the fact of, oh, that's a purple uniform, that's a pretty color purple. Like, no, we're into the nitty gritty of it. And so that is the purpose of the branding, the Women Talk Football too, with the book. Like, for the women who don't understand or don't like this time of year, here's what you can do to cope with that. Here's some adjustments that you can make to make it through the season. So that's actually what all the branding is. Like when I was sideline reporting, I was going by Joan Madden, the Gridiron Goddess, affectionately named after John Madden. But even though I love football, and I'm a tomboy, I'm a dainty tomboy. Like I still like heels and stuff too. So there came the Gridiron Goddess.
Because you are looking fabulous.
Thank you. Just like yourself, I appreciate it. Like I said, in your first season, I see how you do. So I'm like, I can't do J's and a t-shirt today. Not with Yaya. That's a no with Yaya. So that is definitely the avenue that I'm trying to take with that, with all the branding and going like the SheSPN, that's like another auxiliary of it. All things girl power, all about the estrogen and representing for the females who love sports, especially football.
Right, and I can just feel that passion over there coming from you, girl.
Thank you.
So go ahead, let's get into the book. So tell us what the book is about, what inspired the book, all of that.
Okay, well, the main part of with everything I've done in sports, the brunt of my work is the sports writing. I was doing that for 3.5 years in Indiana and in Tennessee and in North Carolina and in Illinois. And just everywhere I would go, like in the press boxes or on the sidelines, I would just always run into guys, because I was doing work. I'd be holding the microphone, or I'd be taking stats, or I'd call out, oh, that's encroachment, or whatever. I just always would run into guys being like, oh my God, you understand football. Can you teach my wife? and women would kind of be like, no, you didn't, because I tried to ask you, and I asked you what a third down was, and you was going off. So she'd be like, can you help me? Because he is mean to me. So just all of that that approach, that stuff that I was getting, again, being in the press box most of the time, I was the only female, or like when we have the like a star player coaching, where it's 11 of us trying to ask questions, I was usually always the only female.
Wow.
And of course, my voice being not as deep and as loud as theirs, I have to have a little bit of a bravado in it because of the fact that I was the only female. So just running into those experiences, being the one who understood football, being approached like that. I ended up one day on social media, I think it was 2012. It was 2012. First day of football season, I just randomly posted, hey ladies, I know if you're not a fan this time of year, here's some stuff that you can do. And I was just posting tips all throughout the day, and it kept getting shared, and I was getting tagged and stuff. I was getting inboxed. It was just really crazy, and I was just like, I have to turn this into a book. I said it out loud. Kidding, I put it on the background. Again, that was September of 2012. And my grandmother had passed in April of 2011. So when she passed, I actually didn't do sports for a year and a half.
Wow.
Until, like I said, I posted that on September 2012. I was kind of getting back into it because I didn't watch ESPN. I didn't go to any games because my grandmother was the reason why I love sports so much. We used to always watch football at her house. She loved baseball. But she was the reason why I love football, and I was like, I gotta send my grandma to a Braves game one of these days, or like I gotta let my grandma gotta see me on ESPN. So I ended up doing it for her.
Wow.
But when she died, and she died suddenly, it's like there's no purpose. I didn't want to do anything with sports anymore. But anyway, fast forward back to her passing, me saying that I'm gonna write a book with the tips. I kid you not, in November of 2012, it was a cold, rainy night. I was asleep. And her spirit just descended from heaven and was like, you need to go and write that book. And when grandma say, so I got to moving. That night I started outlining. And here we are a few years later. It's turned into a book and a little bit of a movement. I'm trying to make it more massive movement. But yeah, had to do what grandma said. So that's where the book essentially came about, and I dedicated the book to her.
When I initially read the book, I was like, Lord, I don't even know if I'm going to understand what's going on, because I don't know anything about football. But as I read it, you don't have to know anything about football. You just need to know how to survive during that season with your mate or your spouse. So let's get into that.
Exactly, and that's the thing, I'm not trying to force anybody to go out and do a tutorial to learn football, or what's the difference between cover 2 defense and cover 3. That's not what it's about. Those are bonuses. Those are things that, sure, you can go out and do, but you're not forced to. The thing is, with football season, because so many men love it and enjoy it, and sometimes women get frustrated, I'm kind of massaging women with these tips. This is what you can do. Typically women, just in our nature, this is just a generalization, I'm not stereotyping necessarily, but just by nature, we love to shop, we love to cook. That's just the typical answer.
Well, that cooking part that's not one of my spiritual gifts.
But that's okay. You can fake it till you make it sometimes.
We're true.
Or you can throw on an apron, you can look like it, and the Oscar goes too, you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, with football season, like I said, we like to shop and we like to cook. So this is a great time to kind of dive into an assistant mode, with the shopping, with the guy liking football as much as he does. Go out and get him his favorite team's paraphernalia. Get him some lounge pants. And what you end up doing, you'll find stuff that you like too, because what the NFL has done, what professional football has done, is they've kind of made stuff cater to us a little bit more of the pinks or stuff cut more towards
Right.
us. So we don't have to wear the guys' big bulky jerseys as much anymore. So like I said, you go out and you get him something with his favorite team's logo, some lounge pants, license plate holder. They even make toothbrushes. It's crazy. Beer cans, just anything like that. Because you're out shopping. Like I said, pick yourself up something to y'all kind of match. Like, babe, look, I'm down for the cause. You know, I don't really know football like that, but I'm gonna look cute though. I'm gonna represent. I'm gonna hold you down. Be out on the streets with my little shirt on, matching with you and holding it down and stuff. Or like I said, with the cooking, like if there's some recipes that you've been dying to try, this is tailgating. You know, like
wow.
if he's got guys coming over, some of his boys coming over to watch the game. That secret sauce that you've been playing with all summer 16 or whatever, it's a good time to go ahead and like put that out. Some kind of dip that you've been, the homemade dips or whatever. It's a really good time to showcase those things. So that's some of the tips right there. You're not even watching football, so again, that's just something that you can kind of touch on. It's really a fun time to dive into all of those things. Yeah.
And so it's like while you're not celebrating the actual goings on with the games and the plays and all that lingo you just talked about that I don't even know what you're saying, you're still like have that connection with your mate and showing support and things like that.
Exactly, because the thing is with all relationships, it's a balance. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the guys have watched some of those reality shows with you, or like Let You Live, Let You Be Great. Watching the reality, I ain't gonna bother her, you know. Nah, I ain't gonna ask her to cook me that right now. Her show on. So that's the thing. Like it's kind of the balance is swinging back, kind of in his favor. Because what a lot of people don't realize, in most cases with football season for a guy, it's like his sanctuary. You know, he hasn't had it since February. It's been a long drought. It's been a hiatus, and now it's like, oh my gosh, it finally came around. And so that's where, again, like the women, we can kind of be like the assistant. We can kind of like be like the assistant coach, the backup. If he plays fantasy football, babe, don't forget to set your roster. You know, different things like that. Like the games come on at 1. Yeah, like the games come on at 1. Typically, like on a Sunday, they come on at 1. Like, let them know at 12:30. Remind them you gotta set your roster. Different things like that, because again, you are kind of, it's the part of the relationship is what the focus is on. Not so much football games, but just things that you can do to kind of keep the balance, keep the love alive in your relationship, because he loves football so much. A lot of times, like with these guys, again, with football season being like a sanctuary, what women also have to understand is, in a lot of guys' cases, football was their first love. Like long before they saw you in that dress years down the road, because a lot of guys played Pop Warner, or they were out there with their dad. Their dad used to put them on top of the hood of the car, and he had a football and a big oversized helmet on. Like they just always typically had a connection with football. Playing in middle school, high school, having that fraternity at locker rooms that bond with other football players who could relate. Playing video games, going to games, anything like that. They've just usually just had like a natural first organic bond with football, and here you come. So he's looking at it like, no, this is bae too, like, you know.
Yes.
I love her too. So it's a little bit different. So again, you're just kind of adjusting. You're not being replaced. You know, this is for if you feel like you are the side chick. This is why you feel like that. This is how to adjust to those things, and this is how you ultimately win and you keep your title.
And you know, fast forward through the book, there's a section where you talk about intimacy. Now we're gonna keep the show clean, but talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, because actually intimacy does change, and like he might want to watch football all day on Sundays, and you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't get any type of affection from you because of some stupid game. Yeah, probably not. Like, especially if he's involved in fantasy or if his team is playing. And again, they haven't had football since February, so they're looking forward to this. So he probably is going to be a little bit distant. If his team wins, he's probably going to want a little extra. Like, he wants some celebratory, you know. If his team loses, he might kind of be like, I don't want to be bothered. Reason being is because his homeboys in fantasy are calling him, or like the team that he just lost to, oh, he worked with him. They like, where my money? You got my money? You see what my boys did to you? His mood kind of changed, and consequently, intimacy does kind of change. Like he don't want to be bothered. Cause see, I look at football season for guys is sometimes they go through PMS too, which stands for realizing that their team probably might suck.
Right.
And so they kind of go through emotions as well. Like I said, they make those little dumb bets with the guys. I bet you we do beat y'all. Or watch and see what I tell you. I'm trying to tell you. You know how they do. So all of that. Then they done lost the bet and they gotta go to work with this dude on Monday. And first it's Monday. First of all, it's Monday. The week just beginning, and then I gotta deal with this dude after my team just be not owing some money. So the mood kind of changes for him. And what I just tell women in the book is some of the things they can do. Again, if his team, like, pay attention to, you don't necessarily have to pay attention to all the plays or who was a star player. Find out the team wins. If the team wins, that's when you pull out the little jersey, the little feminine jersey, or like maybe some lingerie in the team colors. Get like a hat with the logo on it, do like some little cute little dance routines, anything like that. Again, it's about keeping the relationship intact, but you're combining the tactics and the practices of football. Go get them some tickets to a game. Like, if you want to go out on a date, if you still like, we can't go out to, no, you probably won't, but you go to a football game. And even if you don't really like it like that, do it for your guy. Like, he'll appreciate that so much. Like, dang, my baby got me some tickets to the game. And the intimacy comes back in your favor as a result. So again, it's all about balance, playing. You're playing for keeps. You're getting the ball back in your court. There's ways to really play with that, and I definitely dissect those in the book too.
And you did a very good job.
Thank you.
And I really appreciate you getting this book out. Actually, it educated me on what to do during those frustrating times. And so there you have it, ladies. Your survival guide. You need to go out and get this book. It'll change your life during football season. So thank you for being on the show. I definitely look forward to following up with you and just seeing how this path goes for you. I think you're an amazing, just everything when it comes to football.
I appreciate it.
And I'm just glad you were on the show.
Well, I appreciate those compliments, and same to you as well. Again, with the 1-year anniversary, that's major. This beautiful set, and you're making major moves as well. So maybe we can be like, like 2 Oprahs in the future and stuff, that kind of thing. I can be on Facebook. I'm under LaTasha Joan Madden Miles. On Twitter and Instagram, I'm at she_SPN. So that's SHE_SPN. I also have a YouTube channel, which is She SPN, the network. So there I kind of posted some of like the career highlights that I've done, some of the little independent projects I've worked on, showing some of the Hall of Fame members that I've interviewed, different thing like that. So it's kind of like a visual resume. And like I said, just I'm doing various rants as we go into football season. I'm breaking down like all the divisions, who I think will win the divisions, different stuff like that is on the She SPN network. And then the book, of course, can be found on Amazon.com or createspace.com, and there's 2 different covers that you could. The front cover, of course, is the same with the balance and the female silhouette and the football, but you do get your choice of back covers. One's a little bit more conservative. I have on white pants. I'm holding the football on the field. My friends call that my Monday through Friday back cover. And then the other one is a little bit more of a flirtatious, thematic referee cover. It's kind of inspired by Beyonce's Super Bowl ad with the referee shorts and the top and the boots back from 2013. So that's the Saturday Sunday cover.
Yeah.
So the audiences definitely get to choose the cover based off of, like I said, whatever mood. If they want more conservative, if they want flirty, the option is available to them.
Yeah, panties, you heard it here first about how to maintain your relationship with your boo during this football season. LaTasha did a great job of spelling everything out, how we could be more interactive with our significant other during this season, not be frustrated, and just embrace his first love. So go out, get the book. We are excited about our next show, so join us again. If you want to be on the show, you can reach me at all social outlets: Twitter, Gmail, Facebook, everything Yapping with Yaya and get in touch with me. And so until next time, I'll talk with you later.